Watch the explosive moment of furious row erupts on the People's Channel as Matt Goodwin mercilessly grills Labour Councillor Sebastian Sal.
In a heated defense of his party, Salek claimed the government had achieved something unprecedented in tackling the migrant crisis by getting round the table with France.
He went further,
insisting that the fall in the asylum backlog was crucial proof Labour is taking control of the crisis. But when Goodwin pressed him with a direct question, Salek fired back with a shocking response, brazenly dodging the truth and lying without a shred of shame.
Watch the clip.
Before starting, subscribe to the channel and write your opinion in the comment.
Did you know over 95% of our viewers aren't subscribed? Subscribing is free and helps us create more great content. Hit subscribe now and join our community.
They hired a load of people after the Tories had tied their own hands and stopped them.
But why are the numbers coming down?
Those claims.
Be clear to the people who are watching this show.
Why
are the asylum claims coming down? Are the backlogs coming down?
Because the Home Office hired hundreds of people to process the claims that the Tories were not processing.
The answer to the question is because upwards of 2/3 of all illegal migrants and asylum seekers are having their claims approved, which is why hundreds of thousands more people are coming over on the small boats because we are a soft touch.
It's less than half.
No, it isn't. I've looked at the Home Office data this week shows about 2/3 of all asylum claims are being processed. Let me just tell the people out there what's going to happen if this carries on. If you look at the average levels of illegal migration into this country, if this carries on, by the time of the next general election, another 181,000 illegal migrants will have come into this country on the small boats.
Well, you're in luck, Matt, because nobody wants it to carry on. Not Labour, not the Tories, not Reform.
Labour's decriminalised the illegal migration system. There are no deterrents to coming into this country.
Labour has struck a deal with France that nobody was ever capable to do. The Tories couldn't even get them round the table. And nobody else has come with a credible, workable solution. I'm still waiting. I'm all ears, whatever your political views.
I'm going to tell you.
Let's have it. I'd love to hear
Leave the European Convention on Human Rights, reform the Human Rights Act and process offshore, immediately detain and deport all illegal migrants, put them on an island away from the British people, and don't insult the British people by putting them in the heart of their communities, next to their kids, next to families, next to schools. The old Labour Party, the Labour Party of Clement Attlee, would be appalled at what Keir Starmer and Yvette Cooper are doing, because these are not Labour politicians. Do you know what they are? They're progressives. They're radical progressives, and they would rather put illegal immigrants ahead of their own people. That is what is going on right now.
Pure talk.
Clement Attlee would be appalled. Peter Shaw would be appalled. The old Labour politicians.
Their own people.
Do you know why Clement Attlee?
Their own people.
Yes. Do you know why?
On what basis? Stand that one up, because that is rubbish.
On the basis that this Labour government is using the British people's taxpayers' money to bankroll private companies to give illegal migrants more favourable housing contracts than the British people. How do you explain that as a Labour supporter?
Nobody wants asylum seekers to live in hotels.
How do you explain that?
Nobody wants asylum seekers to live in hotels.
Right, so I've given you an example. You said, how are they putting illegal migrants ahead of British people? I'm giving you an example. They are giving them housing on more favourable terms than they are offering to the British people. How is that right?
Because we have a legal duty to take these people in and to process their claims.
We don't have to do that. We could leave the ECHR.
And what kind of a country would we be?
We'd be
seriously,
like
Matt,
Australia, like Canada, we'd be like America.
Right, hold on a minute, because there's a few things not stacking up here. Right, in Greece, they've not left the ECHR. They've declared an emergency. They've put a 3-month temporary pause on these asylum claims. They're having absolutely none of it now. They're saying that this is just all gone too far. It's directly impacting their country, and they're going to deal with the legal ramifications afterwards. So you don't have to leave the ECHR. Why can't we do something like that? Why can't we follow Greece?
Well, firstly, it's a land border. Secondly, it's a temporary measure. When Clement Attlee and the Labour government signed the European Convention on Human Rights, they did so on one condition, and Attlee was very clear about this, that it would not be put before UK law. What's happened is that ECHR has expanded over time, so it's now dominates UK law. If we left the ECHR, we would be able to deport foreign criminals, we'd be able to control our borders, and we'd be able to process illegal migrants offshore. No, we're only deporting Albanians and a few others.
Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to Next UK, your go-to for real stories and sharp analysis.